All right, so we are so grateful to be back today again. And today we have about 4 to 5 languages represented. Others will be able to join us on the way. We have Lugbara, we have Igbo, we have Madi. I may be able to represent Madi. And if Doctor will be able to join us, then we shall also have Kebu on board. So this is basically language exchange. We want to see how connected our languages are as people of the Central Sudanic and also other connected languages. That's why we have the Igbo. We have an Igbo representative here today. There's been a lot of narration of the connection between the Central Sudanic people and certain communities from West Africa. Specifically, the Igbo have really been mentioned several times, where they'll be like, oh, where are the Lugbara from, where are the Madi from? And then you find that people mention the Igbo. So that is why I intentionally wanted to have an Igbo representative here with us. And yeah, I can see you. I wanted to have an Igbo representative here with us. And let's start by, without going into the details of history and all those other things, let us start with our languages. So let me start the introduction with Chioma. Chioma, you're welcome. You can just tell us your name, the language you represent, and then where your people are found. Just for the introduction. Welcome. Chioma, we aren't getting you. You're muted. I think you're mute.
Sorry. I'm so sorry about that. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
All right. So my name is Cynthia Ijere from Nigeria, and I'm from Ebonyi State in Nigeria, and our language is Igbo. I'm from the eastern part of Nigeria.
All
Yeah,
right.
we are based in the eastern part of Nigeria. So is there anything else I'm meant to say?
Just that for now.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Lugbara, can we have you on board?
Yes. Thank you so much. My name is Fario Roland Jerry from Uganda, particularly West Nile in Arua. Arua, yes, Arua is the northwestern part of the country. Yes.
Okay. So my name is Trinity Peace Gorondru. I am a Madi, and the language I speak is Madi. So we come from Uganda, and we also come from South Sudan. You find the Madi people both in Uganda and in South Sudan. We shall discuss those details later. So let us go straight away to our discussion for today. So what is going to happen is because of we are going to do this recording in a few minutes, then we might log in again, okay? We might log in again so that we can capture all that. So let us start with how are you? So how do you say how are you? I'm going to start with Lugbara. How do you say how are you in Lugbara? Okay, let's do how are you? I'm fine.
Or in Lugbara, we say Mingoni, and the response will be Mamuke.
Mamuke.
Yes.
Let's go with Mingoni, Mamuke. Now in Madi, we say Ingoni. We say Ingoni for how are you? And then for I'm fine, you say Mada. I'm fine, Mada. So let's go to Igbo. How do you say how are you? I'm fine.
Sorry, I always forgot. Sorry. In Igbo, we say Kedu Kime. In Igbo, we say Kedu Kime, which means how are you? Okay. If you want to respond with I'm fine, you will say Adimumma. Adimumma. Yes.
Okay. All right. So that is how are you? I'm fine. So let us go to thank you. How do you say thank you? Let us start with Lugbarati. How do you say thank you in Lugbarati?
Yes, in Lugbara, thank you is awadi 4. Awadi 4.
Okay, awadi 4. In Maditi, you say manjora. That is thank you. Manjora. Igbo,
Dalo.
balu.
Dalo, yes. Dalo.
Dalu, dalu. Okay. All right.
That's almost like that is one in Lugbara. In Lugbara, we say dalo to mean that is one.
That is one.
Yes, so interesting to learn that the other it's a responsive. For us, it is one.
One. Okay.
Dalo.
Dalu. So so that is what I wanted us to do in the first. All right, so let us go to nature words. How do you say sun? Sun, the sun up there. Let's start with Lubarati. How do you say sun?
Itu. 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 But when you change the intonation, yes. When you change the intonation to itu, it becomes that would mean this spike palm. When you change it to itu, it would mean you climb.
Okay, so let's go with itu as the sun. So in Matiti, we also say itu for sun. We also say itu. Igbo, Chioma.
Okay, in Igbo, we call sun Awu. Just Awu. Yes, Awu.
So don't mind our like the variation in the accents. I know you say son, for us we say sun, so those are some of the variations. So you say au, we say itu, both in Lubarati and then in Maditi. Okay, so how do you say moon? Let us start with Igbo. How do you say moon in Igbo?
In Igbo, we call it Anyanwu.
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 Okay.
Anyanwu, yes.
In Maditi, we say imba. Imba.
Imba.
Moon. Yes. Yes, Lubarati.
Lubarati, we also say imba.
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 Okay.
Yes.
So let us go for water. How do you say water? Let me start with Lubarati. How do you say water?
In Lubarati, water is yi. Yi.
Okay.
Yi.
In Maditi, we say eyi. That is water. Eyi. Igbo, how do you say water?
In Igbo we say miri.
Miri.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let us do fire. How do you say fire in Lubarati?
In Lubarati, fire is ati. Ati.
Something in Maditi, we also say achi, fire. Igbo, how do you say fire?
We say oku.
Oku.
Yes.
Okay. So that is it with our nature words. Let us proceed to animals. Okay, let's proceed to animals. How do you say cow in Lubarati? Cow.
T. T.
T. Same thing in Maditi, we also say T. Igbo, how do you say cow?
We say efi.
Efi?
Efi. Yes, efi.
Efi. Okay. Let's go to dog. How do you say dog in Lubarati?
Oto. In Lubarati, it is oto.
Yes, Igbo?
Nkita.
Pardon?
Nkita.
Inkita.
We say nkita, yes.
Okay. Say oche. That is what we say in Maditi. That is how we call dog. So let us go to sheep. Sheep. Look, Barati, how do you call sheep?
Kabilo.
Abilo. In Maditi.
Kabilo. K-I-L-O.
Okay. In Maditi, we say below. We just say below. Maditi. Igbo, how do you say sheep?
Ewu.
Pardon?
Ewu. Ewu. E-W.
Ewu. Okay.
Yes.
Then let us do lion. That is the last animal on the list. Let us do lion. Let's start with Igbo. How do you say lion?
Ago.
Ago. Okay.
Yes.
Look at it.
Kami. Kami.
Okay, for us, so in Maditi, we say a B. That is lion. So let us go to numbers, okay? Let us go to block 4, which is numbers. How you say one, we shall just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the languages, okay? Let me start with Lubarati. How do you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Yes, in Lugbarati, we say alu, iri, ina, isu, itowi. Or else you say towi. If you don't want to add the E sound, you just say towi.
Okay. So in Maditi, we say alu. It's very similar. I should say it's even just the same. Alu, eri, ina, isu, tou. That is what we say in Maditi. Igbo, how do you count in Igbo?
In Igbo, we say otu, abo, ato, ano, ise.
Okay. All right. So let us go to the last block. Let us go to the last block, which is other words and phrases. We are just going to do two. We're going to do two, and then we're going to have a certain conversation, okay? So let us do I love you. How do you say I love you in Lugbarati?
Is alemira. Alemira.
Okay.
Or else it is just alemira, but if you shorten it as alemi, it can also mean something else, much as it may also communicate in context the fact that you love someone. So alemira.
Okay. In Maditi, we say alenyi. The mi is replaced with ni. So we say alenyi. We can also say alenyira or alenyindro. For I love you so much. That is Maditi. Igbo, how do you say I love you?
In Igbo, we say ahụrụ gị n'anya. Ahụrụ gị n'anya.
Ahụrụ gị n'anya.
N'anya. Yes.
Okay. So that is I love you. Well, so for the language exchange, if you notice, I've skipped some of the other words out because this is our first time. We just wanted to try this out. We'll be able to have these sessions even in details and have other interesting conversations. So, Chioma, before we end this, and Mr. Pario, before we end this, let me start with Pario. Have you ever heard of the narrative that connects the Lugbara people or the Madi people to West Africa, specifically the Igbo people being mentioned?
Thank you. Yes, I have heard of that narrative, although you will hear so strongly amongst the Chinese and so forth. We've often been linked to Central Sudan, that is from the Bael Gazelle region. But I think some time back, there was a Nigerian president who contested, and his name alone sparked up the conversation afresh. He was called Adrico. And the fact that we have that name Adrico among the Lugbara, it was enough to spark off a conversation that we actually have relatives who hail from Nigeria. And then in 2019, around 2019, my sister, when she was joining the holy, they call it holy matrimony, when she was joining marriage, we had the Nigerian who visited. So in our interaction, she was able to say that that there are some expressions which we have which sound similar, although the meanings are very different. And then sometime back, so we were told of a story of a lecturer from Makere who was from some part of Nigeria or Cameroon. So he stepped out to receive a call from his country and spoke some expressions which were familiar to some of the Lubaras who were attending his lecture. Eventually, that also brought forth a conversation that we could be having ancestry from that side. I think some of the words used by Chioma here also do confirm that. I've written quite a lot that she was able to give us here, which means something else in our language. For example, Effie, one of the nouns was Effie. Now in Lugbara, Effie means two things. It can mean meaning or else intestines. Yet in Nigeria, it means something else. Then there was also a noun here called Ago. Now in Lugbara, Ago is husband. You just twist the intonation a bit and it becomes husband. And then when we were, I think, giving the name of water, she called it Miri. Now in Lugbara, we use Miri to refer to this vast body of water. It can be an ocean. Usually an ocean is referred to as Miri in Lugbara. So these to me are indicators that, yeah, possibly we could be actually having ancestry from that side. And then there was another word which I wrote. No, I think that one was from Madi. But yes, her name, Ijere. Now, in the Telugu dialect, when you twist the intonation of that name, it means someone who is humble. Ijere, to mean humble. So these are quite good indicators that possibly agree with the narrative that we have some ancestry from that side. Yes.
Thank you. That was quite detailed. We are going to have these conversations in different levels. And we're going to have these conversations in different levels. Of course, we have, we have a section of people who agree with that narration, and then we also have a section of people who don't. In case you hear some noise, around, it's raining this side. So I hope that is not it's not going to distract us. As we conclude this, Chioma, we have when I began posting about this, most of the Lugbara who were commenting that we have connection with the Igbo people. Of course, when it comes to language, you might find that we might share certain words, but they don't mean the same thing. I gave an example of Male is a name among the Madi people, but you'll also find the name Male among the Baganda people. It doesn't mean the same thing, and it doesn't tell that we have connection in any way. Male itself is a word in English which we call male. So it really doesn't show any connection there. But then it would be good for us to understand whether we have certain meanings probably that connect. A name called Atiku was also cited. We have the name Atiku among the Lugbara and even I think the Madi people and also among the Igbo people. So have you ever...
We have it in Nigeria, but it is in a tribe called Yoruba
Atiku
in Nigeria. Yes, is somebody's name.
Okay.
In Nigeria, yeah.
All right. So, have you ever heard of maybe a certain section of people who maybe came from your community that maybe migrated to the east? Have you ever heard of a narration like that? First, have you ever heard of a language called Lugbara or Madi or something like that? Ever?
No, I haven't heard of that yet. But I think
Okay.
when he was saying something, he said auto, and that auto means something else in our language. It means nakedness in our language, that auto. So I believe that we have connection somehow, because even blessing, do you know blessing?
Yes.
Yes,
Blessing.
blessing. One day we are doing something like this, because one day we are doing something like this, like face to face. So she was saying something in her language, and I'm saying that this thing that she's saying, it means something else in my own language. She's from Calabar and I'm from Igbo. We are different tribe in Nigeria, but some of the language, what she's speaking means something else in my language, almost the same thing.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm so excited that we began having this conversation. Jerry is asking what Atiku means in Yoruba. Do you speak Yoruba? You speak Igbo,
No,
right?
I speak Igbo, but I don't understand Yoruba a bit. Although I'm currently living in Yoruba land in their city. I'm in Lagos. And Lagos, they speak Yoruba. So that article, it is the name of our vice president or something like that. Our last vice president. So after I will check for the meaning.
Okay. So we are going to keep you very busy. I think there are several things that you're going to check and find out the meaning for us. But otherwise, this has been great. It being our first session and this was possible. I'm really so grateful that you're able to make your time. Thank you so much, Chioma. Thank you so much, Jerry. And I hope that we'll be able to properly schedule this and have another session again. This has been great. Thank you so much.